everybody. Silent E TCG here. Welcome rookies, welcome pirates, welcome One Piece fans and everybody. We're back with another discussion. This time we're going to talk about the green structure deck, the pre-release structure deck, but it'll be the same concept once we get even the regular one soon. So get a closer look at that. Sorry for the glare. If my camera focuses, if it wants to focus, I guess it's focusing more on me, I suppose. But anyway, that's it. So we're going to talk about the green starter deck. It's been heavily represented at the pre-release weekend. It actually won both mine, surprisingly. First place day one, first place day two. So very strong structure deck off rip, and will only get better once we get the actual core set. So let's go ahead and talk about it. Without further ado, I'll show y'all the deck, how it comes, and make some slight changes once we get the more stuff put in there. Alright, so we got the starter deck here, as you can see, nice and sleeved up in green and all that. You got the leader, very important key part of the whole strategy. Green's able to restand and pretty much attack, multiple times a turn at a cost of this one in general, cost of 4 Dawn. You can just restand himself. So you put Dawn on him initially, attack with him, of course, and then have enough for his effect to restand or untap, and then you can attack again. So it's very, very key to make sure you do that to push for damage, push for game. So, and like I said, green's very strong. It will be a strong contender once the set drops, and of course, hopefully I'll have enough for everything too. But anyway, that gives you 4 of these. This is just vanillas we're going through. Once we get the core set, or even another copy of the structure deck, you won't be needing a lot of cards. Like, you won't be needing the Beppo. It's just a one cost. You never bring it out unless you really have to, but I wouldn't. Two drop. You might run this because at least it's 4K. You can just put 1 down on it and you can just pressure the opponent. This one you probably won't need. It's just 3K or 5K, 3 costs, just vanilla. Kobe is actually interesting. I don't mind him because he's a 6K, and then you have another card, the Drake. He usually powers him up. So if you happen to have him out with Drake, it's not bad. It's actually pretty good. And you got Aruj. He's okay. He wasn't my favorite, but his permanent increase is always as long as you have 3 or more followers. It is possible, and even on your opponent's turn, he'll get the increase as long as he has a Dawn on him. But as soon as you knock everybody off, he'll be back to his normal base 3K. But he's alright. He's not too bad. I mean, he has a counter, so yeah, he's at least he's useful that way. 4 Drake isn't too bad in the starter deck. He actually was very clutch because you can power up the leader and other marine characters as soon as you attack. He'll be arrested, and then the effect will kick in. So he can definitely power up the board. And he's 5K, 4 drop. So most times your opponent is going to try to KO him, so you don't have that much free advantage and all that. 2 killer, you definitely going to run forward this once we get more to put in, but he only give you 2 killer. Just being able to destroy rested followers, 3 low, 3 cost low, and only rested. So make sure y'all keep remember that it's not any like who's who. It's only rested characters. So make sure y'all keep that in mind. Starter deck luckily gives you 4 of the 2K counters. Some decks like red and blue only come with 2. Purple and green, they have 4. Kind of wish every deck had 4, but I guess every deck has to be different, so they decided to give the 4 counters here. And his effect's not too bad either. I think if you attack with him, you can, rest a Dawn, or you can rest one of their Dawns. It's very nice, I guess. If you think they're going to block, and he's been out already, just put a Dawn on him, attack, and you'll tap their Dawn before they can even use it. It's pretty good in that regards. It's not horrible. Then of course, like I said, 2K counter. For the binge. Capone, you definitely need him, of course. That's your 1K blocker. Very important to have in each deck. if you can afford to run it. But of course you need him in here, and he's searchable by, of course, probably the best search card in the history for One Piece is Bonnie, Julia Bonnie. Just bring her out, tap her. Basically 2 costs. You tap with energy right top of the dawn right after that to get a search on the top 5. You can even add. You got any character you want with Worst Generation, and you can even add event cards with Worst Generation in the text. I didn't know that at first, but it never came up anyway. I usually just go for the law here, which you need more of. It bounces back cards. Mainly, you can bounce your own cards too, but it does bounce your cards, but you can just bounce whatever. Bounce a Bonnie back, keep it going, bounce an important key card. You don't want to get attacked. But searching that, or you can search the 7-drop blocker and the kid with the big arm, the big magnetic arm. And when you have a dawn on it, it just restands. So if you attack with it, put a dawn on it, and then it'll just restand to be able to block. Definitely need at least 4 of that, if not 3. So hopefully we'll, once we get the real stuff, I'll definitely be working on numbers and see what'll work and all that. And then this one, it's alright. It didn't really come in too much. Just 1 cost, and you're able to restand Dawn afterwards. But after I did that, it wasn't really no point, because you only had 2. Once you had more of this, it would be okay. But the 2-point one was actually better, because you get a 4K increase, and then it restands the Dawn. So you can do this, and then you have one standing. You can do the 1-drop one. But definitely for this, definitely no question about that. And then they only gave you 2 of the Straw Sword. This is actually a good card. This has been the clutchest card that whole weekend that it went down, because you can literally rest any follower. You can rest a blocker. You can rest, whoever they don't want to attack with them, so you just rest it and start attacking into different characters. It is really good. And I think the trigger was just when you play a supernova, it costs 2 less in your hands. So I mean that rarely came up. I'll just take it for to arrest the character effect before I do that. So it's really good. Like I said, the deck just has a mixture of double damage and a little bit of control, a little bit of aggro, good endurance, good late game, like the kid blocker, law, a lot of powerful search like this. They'll have more. Different decks will have different similar effects, but I just think Bonnie it might be better, because it's not like fanfare like some of them. This is just once per turn, rest of dawn. So if you keep her alive, you're literally doing it as free real estate. You're just doing it every turn. So I definitely, she's very, very key card. Like I say, Binge and the 2K killers. That's really it. Those are all the important ones towards the back. Like I said, the vanillas, once we get the real set, you'll just swap out the vanillas, or even another structure deck copy. Just swap the vanillas out for another copy of other cards that you need, and then it'll be a lot better. Like, I think grading Kid would definitely be in top 5 for sure once the game comes out in December. It's been taken over in Japan and over in that area, alongside with Purple Kaido, Red Green Law, Red Zoro, Blue Doflamingo, excuse me. And a lot of decks, they're all good contenders. Like, there's no wrong answer, whichever route y'all take. I mean, I like green, and I'm a red. I'll be a red player for sure. Maybe a little bit of blue if I can get everything. But I'm gonna have at least every deck possible. So if y'all like green, it's definitely I can definitely say stick with it. It's definitely gonna be a good deck for sure. This leader is perfectly fine. He's not terrible at all. He's actually really good. 4 costs, restand himself. That's another attack on his own. He has 2 attacks basically. And then the promo card uses Kid. If you play it, if he deals damage, it's double damage. So that also adds more aggro and just more ridiculousness. And you can restand it with the law and attack again. And it's crazy. There's so much advantage. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the starter deck. Like I said, it's just the key cards here, and Bonnie, of course. You gotta bring her out. But it's pretty much what you want to see, and then the one blocker, killer, and then Capone. So definitely get green if y'all like green. Like I said, it's a great color. It'll definitely get better as time goes on, and I can't wait to see what's going to be like the first winning decks once we get things going and we launch over here in the U.S. and pretty much all over. I know purple's going to be good, and like I said, red, blue, and then of course you got green. So that's it. Just want to let y'all know what the starter decks look like. I'll definitely be doing the other three sometime soon. So be sure to subscribe, leave a follow, like the video, and just let me know what y'all think. And hope y'all enjoyed. So I'll see y'all good people next time. Take care. Have a good one. Catch up on the anime. Catch up on the manga. It's getting better. So I'll see y'all then. Take care and peace out.